This is HobbKing and today I'm back with a HobbyKing or Durafly Bf-110. I bought this plane in October 2013 and in general I'm pretty happy with it, even I had a lot of problems with it in the beginning. I collected a few hours on it now and I found out that it still needs some improvement. But this time the problems have nothing to do with the plane itself or how it was manufactured. No, it has to do with the place I'm flying at. The problem is our airstrip here. I'm sure one or two of you guys who had seen a video of mine before heard me complain about the very uneven and very bumpy landing strip here in Berlin. And even I fly all my planes on the same airfield. The Bf-110 in particular seems to have problems with the rough field here. Let's talk about the takeoff for a moment. While the plane picks up speed during takeoff, she starts to jump and becomes very hard to control on the ground. You will see what I mean in a minute in the video. And if you miss a right moment to take off with a firm pull on the elevator, you might end up doing a nice little cartwheel. And please keep in mind that this is only on rough terrain. I'm sure on a hard strip she is a pussycat, but here on our field she feels more like a wild lion on the sticks. The short video sequences I cut together are from various taxiing tests and takeoff attempts. I hope the sequences show what I mean by hard to control on the ground. Well, and if you ask yourself why I'm making such a fuss about it, it's because I almost crashed her, and I am not used to crashing my planes, at least not lately. I did a nice 360 on the ground, but I got incredibly lucky and it only cost me the cannons on the nose and a little bit of paint. But it was enough for me. Since I can't change our airstrip, there's only the plane left. So I started to think how to improve the ground handling. And the first things that came to mind were the wheels. So I installed softer wheels on the Bf-110, which actually improved the ground handling a little. And even it was a little bit better, it was far away from what I had in mind. So I started to think about real suspension. Something I did on my Focke-Wulf 190 and which cleared a lot of problems there. After I got back to the hangar, I started to take the plane apart and took some measurements on the retracts to find suitable suspension struts. I was actually a little bit surprised because it didn't took me very long to find the right struts. And of course I found them on HobbyKing. And even for a reasonable price, I think. So I ordered a set and a week later they were lying on my workbench. Of course I had to modify them a little to make them fit the original retracts of the Bf-110, but that was only a minor problem. I was actually more worried about the gear doors and that they might not close correctly, but that actually turned out not to be a problem. The new struts worked actually pretty well and fitted perfectly into the wheel wells. Well, after a little bit of cutting of course, but that was really not that much. A few tiny adjustments here and there and even the gear doors closed perfectly. The only thing left to do was to test the whole system. And I don't mean upside down on the table, I mean out at the field. See if the suspension really works. Unfortunately that have to wait for a little while because the weather here in Germany is very bad right now. So, this was it for today. And as always, if you guys have any questions about the mod or the plane, please leave a comment below and I try to answer it. Have fun at the flying field guys. HobbKing 66 out.